What's up, guys? Robert here with A1 Locksmith. As always, we got the YouTube show out here. We're at the Goals Convention. It's put on by GOA. There's every range day. We've got an entire convention that we're going to bring to you guys here. It's going to be vendors with all types of manufacturing from suppressors to accessories to everything, clothing, you name it. So we're going to get to see all of those and more here at the range. Amazing time. I don't know how much you can hear us talking now, but checking into some of these guys, some of these manufacturers, seeing what's going on, so you guys can check it out if you can make it. Always drop down the comments. Don't look me so out here. Let's check it out.
New 6mm can.
New 6mm can. This is 3D printed, and that technology has opened up things we never thought we could do. In the past, it's always been a balance between sound and back pressure.
Right.
Okay. If you wanted a can that sounded really, really good, unfortunately, it's going to push that gas. It's got to go somewhere. It's going to go back towards the shooter.
Yep.
This is about the best balance we can come up with so far. It has extremely low back pressure, and I've shot it on level 5 Colt upper. That's a severely overgassed upper, but it's great. I mean, this experience is fantastic. It's made from a material that is a close cousin to Inconel, full auto rated, no barrel length restrictions, 6mm arc, 6mm Creedmoor, 243, but it sounds fantastic on 5.56. I've got it on an 11.5, I've got it on a 14-inch and a 16-inch here.
You were telling me that you're staying away from the DB race. You found a way to worry about that deeper sound.
I will, yes. So, I mean, even if you put it on a meter, it's still going to be hearing safe. It's still going to be below 140.
Right.
But especially first-time buyers, you can always tell they chase the DBs. They're up on, they walk into the shop, they've been up for 36 hours watching every YouTube video they can get there.
Right.
Yeah. And they're terrified of making a bad mistake for their first can. And we all know that it's a first can. They're going to be buying a whole lot of other stuff. Don't get wrapped around the axle. But I think more important than, as long as you're below 140, the tone is really a huge selling point, because think of it as being screamed at from a person with a high soprano, being yelled at somebody with a deep bass, but it actually meters the same.
Right.
What would you rather experience?
Right.
So, I've got 3 rounds here if you want to give it a whirl.
That'd be awesome.
Again, that's a 16-inch, 14, and 11.5. So you'll be shooting 16 if you want, or you can shoot whatever.
Yeah, I want to shoot the lower one, actually. You're right.
Little one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is
Get a chance to really shine.
Yeah, this is pretty much a bog standard Colt 6933 upper. Very high quality, but it's a Colt 6933. It's going to be overgassed.
Right.
What do you think?
Everybody around me is way louder.
What's the problem with first focal plane LPVOs? They all disappear at 1x.
Right.
It's great at like 6 power or 8 power, and I'm shooting at 400 yards. It's awesome.
There you go.
Then I go to 1 power, and I want to start like running down the plate rack because I'm in competition or whatever, or I'm in home defense mode or whatever, and I need it fast at 1x.
Right.
Okay. Well, it disappeared at 1x. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll crank my illumination up to 11, and I'll run it like a red dot, which is why everybody buys a $2,500 Night Force Attacker or a 1-to-10 Vortex Gen 3, and it's a $2,000 scope because the reticle in it costs as much as this LPVO. It's a $400 LTBO. That's about what those reticles run. It's about $400 just for the reticle in those diffractive reticle Japanese-made LTBOs.
We know.
So we don't have that kind of. I've got daylight visible illumination.
Yes.
You can tell it's red, but it's not really like helping you out that much.
Right.
And at dusk and dawn, it's great. But like right now, it's not. You're not going to be able to run like a red dot. So I actually had a failed prototype. That it sucked, but it was.
I actually thought.
I thought that the illumination was going to help me more than it did. And then we built the prototype. We invested in the prototype. I got the prototype. We made like 5 of them. I've still got one, and we're like, this is terrible. It's awesome. And you couldn't find it at 1 power. You just couldn't, right? And that's very common problem. So I added in a ton of stuff to draw your eye to the middle. There's these 3 bars, and there's a ring, and there's this, I call them tent stakes, that are all kind of going around.
Okay.
And they're all going, hey, dumbass, the middle of the scope's here. So I can run this really fast on things like paint racks and stuff, right? So it's really fast at 1. It's quick. Then when I go to 8, you still have a lot of that crap in your way. But if I'm at 8 power, I'm not shooting at 50 yards anyway. I'm shooting way the heck out there. And I'm working inside that Christmas tree that of holes, right? So my target, aim at one of those yellow guys out there. You're not really blocking that much of your field of view when you're at distance. Even at full power 8X, you can still work inside that tree. It's not really slowing you down that much. So, and it's a combination BDC MOA. So you see how, like, on the ladder, how it's not, it's actually graduated. Like at BDC, it's 300, 400, 500. It goes to like 550 yards with a 5.56, and then it switches to MOA. Because past 550 yards or so, in my experience, that's when you get that delta of BDCs start to suck. Because now all of a sudden the fact that I'm shooting a 20-inch barrel instead of a 16-inch barrel, and it's M855 instead of M193, like nobody, it doesn't matter at 300 yards. At 550, 600, 700 yards, it matters. So the guys that really want to do that are using BDCs anyway. They're using MOA or mill, and I've got a mill reticle that's going to come out for this too, which is just not out yet.
Oh, really?
They have to build mill turrets, is what it is.
Oh,
they already have tons of these MOA turrets ready to go, so we did the MOA first, but I actually did the mill reticle first. That's why it's like that. It's super busy, but you can use it at 1 or at 8. And by the time you get to 8 power, you zoom past that ring, so it's not in your way anymore.
Exactly.
Get rid of that.
That is really good.
So I'm hoping that people will dig it and buy into it. It's very, very new.
We have a line called the Hoodoo muzzle brake. So our muzzle brakes reduce recoil up to 87%. We're MTS tested saying that we were 87%. And then we have a completely baffleless suppressor system that works with our muzzle brake. So obviously you get the flatness shooting of the muzzle brake. And then when you add this on here, the muzzle brake will actually mimic the baffle. So once the ears kind of open up, you kind of see how it opens up there. More. You insert the with the rifle. I just don't want to grab a rifle.
Perfect.
So you're going to insert to the muzzle brake. You're going to spin it once those ears close. You're going to be able to tighten it with the collar. So it's super simple. It goes on and on within seconds. The other really cool thing that we've done with our end caps, we've added these little knobs. So it doesn't matter if I use my chamber or an M-block or a Picatinny rail. I can go right into the gun.
Okay, that's good to know.
Twist it, and it allows me to open up the end cap. So when I go to service my suppressor, which you don't have to send back to us to service, you can service it yourself. So nice thing is, there's your end cap, and there is our completely baffless suppressor. So again, the nice thing is I can switch my end caps with different calibers since they're all the same size. So I can go from 9mm to 5.56 to a 7.62 by 39, even up to a 308. So all you gotta do is switch the cap. Now you gotta have our muzzle brake for it to work. So and the other little cool guy that we have this here. So this is our other little church mouse suppressor. It's a direct thread, so you don't have to worry about having a muzzle brake with it. This one's the titanium version, the steel version. Just a little bit heavier, but just as effective. And this is completely bathless as well. This was our first design, and you can kind of see, well, I guess I can kind of show it towards the camera here. You can kind of see that it doesn't have the bezel end cap on it. This is the new version. So, again, direct thread. Sorry. So it's got the little pegs on there. Again, Picatinny rail, open chamber. I can even use my blade. So kind of go like that and open it up. Same thing. It's completely bathless. So these are really cool. This is a hot reel seller. We retail these at $2.99. So it's a no-brainer at that point for you to go pick one of these things up. We always make a joke in the store, you know, the zombies can't find you, or they can't eat you if they can't find you. Right? So it's just one of those nice little suppressor cans that you can throw in your pocket and go to the range and have a good time with it. As of right now, we're going with like the mom and pop kind of shops. They're going to be our most important. That's where we come from. We want to make sure those guys get taken care of first and foremost, and then eventually the big boys will get it. Yeah, so if you're interested, my name is Brandon. My cell phone number is 719-433-4556. You can hit me up, or you can shoot me an email at bbaker.spt@gmail.com. And if you're looking to become a dealer, we have dealer pricing and all that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, we'll have to be shooting some more here. Thank you for your time.
Alright guys, that is the end. Hey! That's the end of range day. Okay, one video of these goals. This is going to be amazing. Got to talk to some great vendors, see some amazing products, including Texas companies. And we're going to keep bringing this thing live so you see everybody who's out here through the whole convention all weekend long, right? Make sure you click, like, subscribe, follow along. We'll keep this thing going.